When we started off the season, actually when we started our mandatory workouts, I had to tell them we had to let go of last year because we weren't the same team as last year. We had a lot of kids returning, but we were different, and we needed to find our own identity, and we needed to remember the things that it took to win it last year, and we started off running well. At the beginning of September, we ran extremely well, and then all of a sudden we got hit with all kinds of sickness. We got bronchitis, we had flu, we had strep, we had lung infection. We had a girl that had strep that came back and got bronchitis. There was a point there where I thought, man, we may not even run at our own home meet because we were just, everybody was sick and we couldn't do anything to get well. It seemed like as soon as someone would get well, someone else would be sick. So we went from about September the 7th or so, where our top 12 girls, we never had 7 of them healthy. And man, just the last couple of weeks, we've been running extremely well. This morning I was like, oh my gosh, I hope we didn't run our best race of the year this morning, and the girls were pretty under control. So we're excited, but there was a point in the season where I was like, I don't know if we're going to make it through.
You think there's, considering your reputation, what you guys did last year, there's a little more pressure on you this year? Do you kind of feel better about the situation because you've been there before?
I'm telling you, I don't know if it's self-induced, or I don't know if I do it to our girls or they do it to me, but there's a lot of pressure, and I think Coach James can tell you the same thing. Once you win one and you have a lot of kids coming back, you're sitting there going, we have to win or people are going to think we're failures. And there's a ton of pressure, and at times I think that pressure is good, but other times I think, just the constant stress throughout the whole week and then having to get up for every meet is it's not a good situation. Next year I would do things different than I did this year, just by learning some of the stuff that happened to us this year.
Coach, let's talk about comparing your season to a race. You start off really good, it's going well, then you hit a couple of hills like you do with your injuries, and then next thing you know, there's the cross finish line for you, and you can teach that to your athletes. Kind of compare that, right?
I think that's a great comparison because that's the way it happened for us. We had a really good summer because everybody was excited about what was happening and what was fixing to happen, and we were running really well. And then when the main part of our training season with the most volume and the most intensity came, we were sick and we really couldn't do the things that we needed to, and sometimes that happens to you in a race. If you've ever run a distance race, everybody can start off fast and everybody can finish fast. It's that middle part of the race, it's the key, and that's the way our season was. But thank God, we started getting healthy about 3 weeks ago. We didn't run well the last week in September. We didn't run well at our meet. I canceled the next meet because I was just like, man, we're digging a hole here that we aren't going to be able to get out of. And then by the time district came around, we started getting a little bit better and things started rolling, and now we're just excited about racing. And like you said, that you could compare that to a regular race anyway, because everybody seems to be able to sprint hard the last 50 meters. Well, we're in that last 50 now, so we're definitely excited.
Who are you going to have to beat this weekend to claim another state title? Where's the competition?
There's 15 teams out there that we're racing against, so I'm going to say all of them. I don't want to give anybody any extra motivation.
But obviously strong competition. Can you just talk a little about that?
I think that from what I can tell, and the thing is with cross country that's different with track is that every course is different. Some are short, some are long, some are harder than others. But from what I can tell, I think the 3 other teams that made it out of our region are going to be really strong. That would be Argyle, Hereford, and Decatur. I think they're going to be, I think all 4 of us will be in the top 5. And it's just hard to tell what's happening with those other regions because the courses aren't consistent every year.